What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to volume 21, the chapters Bestial Priest Part 2 and Those Who Cling and Those Who Struggle. I think next time I'll probably just be doing the two, being Tidal Wave of Darkness Parts 1 and 2, and then probably do a triple up on one of the episodes with these five chapters in. I almost want to do 3 chapters every time, but I think for length's sake, probably best not. You guys know I like to rattle on a little bit sometimes, but looking forward to seeing what we got today. I do just need to revise myself on what happened last time. I think pretty much it was just a kind of full fight between Guts and Mozgus. I think we had Isidro saving Casca, which was a really awesome moment. A little bit of redemption for him. Really like this. Had some really nice artwork with Farnese. Even though she hasn't been the main kind of standout character in the last couple chapters, we've had some really nice kind of single panels with her, haven't we? Just displaying what's going on with her. Yeah, we had more mirroring of the events of the eclipse, of course. As the Isidro saved her, love that. Getting one of my favourite characters, and then we had this really badass artwork. Not that one. Pretty cool artwork itself, but this absolutely beautiful, wasn't it? Guts bursting through the and I'm not sure if they call them spirits, souls, just yeah, I guess I call them the unfortunate souls. Bursting through them. And yeah, it was pretty much again just a full kind of fight scene against Mozgus, from what I remember. Oh yeah, we did catch a glimpse of Guts and Casca's son inside the man Behelit. On the way to die. Way to die. Again, as much as I don't want little Guts to die, I can very much see where the human Behelit's coming from. How he relates to him, for sure. Really awesome characters, both of them. Oh yeah, we had this fucking evolution from Mozgus. I actually forgot to include it in the video, but I did actually look up some of Mozgus from the anime. Luckily, no spoilers, of course, but it was actually quite hard to find him looking like this. I saw one image and it looked okay. I think for the most part, the actual designs and the look of the characters actually okay in that show. It's just, again, until you actually get to seeing them in motion, it just turns to absolute shit from what I've seen. Actually quite like the design. It looked slightly worse. It looked quite a bit worse than what we see here. It looked really different. See, the way I look at these, they almost look like leaves, but they're like scales. They almost seem a little furry, almost like little wings all over him. I'm not sure if you guys see it like that, but in the what I looked up, it almost looked like they were just kind of just like rocks. He's looking like the Thing, isn't he? But yeah, we'll be picking right up on this fight. Can't remember exactly where we left off. Okay, so yeah, ended off in a flurry of blows. But yeah, let's get right into the Bestial Priest Part 2. Do let me know what you guys think about these chapters down in the comment section as well. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. And let's get into it. It's no use, Vice Commander. You cannot hold out any longer. Stand your ground. We knights draw the sword for those who cannot. This battle itself exemplifies a knight's truest ambition. What do we do if not uphold justice at this moment? I've said, as can something like that. Azan, I think his name is. Oh no, the flames holding back the monster are dying out. At this rate, dear God. And that is another massive looming threat, isn't it? Giant body of souls. Luckily being held at bay by the fire. I need to pour some fuel on there. This is a pretty fucking cool shot, isn't it? God thousand fist cannon. Again, Mozgus is the only guy in this manga so far. I'm pretty sure, maybe other than kind of Puck and perhaps Isidro, but they're more comical. But this is the only character with bloody move names. I'm pretty sure. God Thousand Fist Cannon. Well, what was one? I think it was like Mozgus Fire or something almost like that. But yeah, just getting hit all over guts. Pretty fucking cool shot. Here come the executioners. The torturers. Hey! Pigheads! Here comes the fire. God breath. Oh, that's the one. God breath. Is that not a little like... Well, is he saying it in terms of God gifted him that breath? Because is that not a little bit weird that you'd be calling yourself God as a man of faith? So yeah, I can't believe I mean, it did slightly look like it was Guts' son that was breathing fire in that scene, but yeah, I mean, that would have been hilarious to see animated, wouldn't it? Little Asker and Guts' son unleashing a breath of that, a breath like this. I mean, he can't do it, but he's got that kind of power level, hasn't he? He's been shown to be pretty sufficient at fighting, considering he can't actually do anything. I don't think that was completely out of the question, but it does seem a little ridiculous when I think back. And I really like this. These twins and their kind of technique. Oh shit, they get caught up in the God breath. Wow. That is hilarious. They literally just get killed by their by their master. That's strange. Usually YouTube ask you about kind of keep playing a song after like an hour or so. I literally in like 10 minutes. That is pretty unlucky, isn't it? For Mozgus. Pretty damn lucky for us. They're like fish here, don't they? You know what? They're not as ugly as I thought they'd be. I mean, their faces are probably slightly changed after being demons, but the way the masks looked, it looked like their like mouth. They almost looked like a bit of a hell at themselves. Like their mouth was over here, their nose was here, and their eyes were all over the place. They looked a lot worse in their masks. Funny enough. You. Or was that Guts' genius at positioning himself there? Perhaps Guts knew what he was doing. Do you know what? I think I believe that. Guts intentionally positioned himself here so the fire would hit Mozgus' comrades. You quit pushing your God on me. That's how I feel. I think that's how a lot of people feel in this day and age. Stop preaching to me. Stop pushing your values on me and others. I mean, I understand where it's coming from. It's coming from a good place in most cases, but it really is just getting a bit too much nowadays, isn't it? People preaching there, like you get on one end is like God and Christianity and religion. The other end is like transgender values and identity stuff, and it's just like, just stop. I mean, again, I know you're both sides are like coming from a good place, but I think it's because it's actually got political now. Like there's actually people's beliefs are being turned into kind of political points, and that's a dangerous game. But yeah, that's how we're feeling in our age, Guts. Stop fucking preaching. Let people live their lives and make their own decisions. pushing your god on me. As we shut his hole up with our sword. You know, that must be one hot sword right now. Really looking like a kaiju here, isn't he, Mozgus? I'll stop that mouth of yours so you never preach another stupid sermon. You're definitely too hard on the outside. But how about... Jesus. It's a shame there's nothing to actually kind of... I see a wall behind us here, but shame there's nothing to kind of push him against here. Oh yeah, that wall. It looks a little lower down, but I think that's just a perspective thing because we're in a really interesting shot of kind of looking up there, so I think it kind of distorts the perspective of the wall a little bit. I was thinking that, but again, it's sometimes it's tough to work out those things in any media, in manga or anime. Depends on the angle. Here? I'm not sure how to say that. Rate. At this rate, perhaps he's trying to say that. I don't know. He can't really speak, of course. At ish rate, yeah. At ish rate, you'll netter be able to smash ish arm. Oh my god, I sound like a preschooler. trying to read from a book. That brings back memories of again, just trying to read at such a young age. Just at ish rate, you'll never be able to smash ish armor God blessed me with. At this rate, you'll never be able to smash this armor God blessed me with. That's what he's trying to say there. Do you guys know that meme of that kid like I want to be at it? Sounds like that guy. That kid really looks like me when I was younger as well. Strangely, from that meme. But yeah, it's quite amazing how that done. Looks like pretty much nothing for Muzgus. Maybe the inside is the same as the out. It won't move. Now we've got more of this. I'm not even sure what this one means. Doesn't look like English. All I have is chance. Now to break his sword in old pushy. What? Oh, in old pieces. I was gonna say. Say that word and tell me that doesn't sound like another word. Pishes. Yeah, this is difficult. So yeah, again, I don't even know what this even means. All I have is chance, perhaps. All I have is I feel like that doesn't say chance. Chance. That one is I can't understand. Now to break his sword into pieces. I think that one says. Easier said than done. Although the way he took that blow, maybe realistic he could break that sword actually. As we use a free throwing knives. Shout out to the Bestial. Right, the eyeball. That JoJo's pose right there. Did anyone else? I remember in like maths class and stuff. Maths used to be my favourite subject, other than PE and sports. But everyone else used to really love like just throwing stuff. We used to have like these rulers, but they'd have like a semicircle on them as well. I used to absolutely love just like flinging them. Looked a little bit like Guts in this scene. A lot of sound effects going on here. Looks like that actually did fuck up his eyesight a bit, which is good. That's a bit of real damage we've done. They don't even have time to notice us. They're getting close as well, bloody hell. What's that, like 10 meters away? 20 meters away? Quit complaining. Guts is taking care of that lizard priest so we could deal with the other two. You just got told off by a kid, dude. and who got me into this in the first place? Well, you got yourself into it, Jerome. By helping out these people. By being a good person and helping out these people, you got yourself into this. But yeah, you did just get told off by a kid. No. If I stay here any longer, if I'm with these people, I'll be killed. There goes Nina again in her thoughts. It's never a good thing when you give Nina time to think, is it? That's right. I feel like when you don't give her time to think, that's when the true kind of person inside you kind of comes out, isn't it? Just reactionary, and I feel like reactionary is probably better than Nina because her mind just, again, anytime she gets time to think, it'll go woo, 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 woo. Just come out to a crazy outcome. I'm not needed here. Can't do anything. I'll just be in the way, even if I'm gone. Sorry. I'm sorry, Elaine. Oh, shit. Like I said, I mean, this one is unfortunate. She just so happens to get caught in the torturer's thing, but like I said, it never ends well when you give this girl time to think. Lady Farnese, it would be best to leave. The heretic hunters. Now what? The way's blocked. Hey, puffy head girl, it ain't safe to run off. As we see. So, there's no way she escapes this, right? Eh? Holy crap. You know what, a lot better a death than many face to these torturers, let's be honest. A swift beheading like this. Oh, it looks like she does somehow survive. Eh? Eh? You stupid. Eh? Why? No! Yeah! No! Yeah, it looks like she slips on a brick. Oh, damn, this guy's looking even hencher. Ow, bloody hell. Yeah, it looks like she slipped and fell. Lucky as hell. Lucky as hell. Why? Do you know what? I bet many people in the comments are asking why as well. Why are you still alive? Again, I'm not the biggest hater of Nina. Don't get me wrong, I don't think she's like the best character or anything, but she's an interesting cast member. She again, she can be a bit annoying just in terms of what she brings, I think, in terms of like what we just saw there, the luck and the kind of element she has in the story that like might seem unrealistic in a way. or might not be as kind of protagonist as people want, or she might not be the hero people want these characters to be. I think Subaru is a good example of that as well in anime. A lot of people watch ReZero. I absolutely love it. A lot of people watch that and don't like it, mainly because of the main character Subaru and his kind of being cringy, incel, whiny, crying guy. But I find that really endearing. I think maybe people are perhaps scared that it represents them a little bit. And I'm not trying to be kind of horrible to the people that don't like it, but genuinely I think people, again, don't like their kind of faults and such being kind of addressed, and the parts they hate about themselves, they usually project onto other people. So that's just a psychological thing. Again, it's not me being mean or anything, but I quite enjoy kind of very flawed characters. And getting to see them progress is something, again, really amazing. That's why I really like that show. But yeah, don't get me wrong. That's a main character with a kind of full focus on him, and this is a side cast member that is, again, a bit of a kind of plot convenience for bad stuff happening. So I understand the haters of Nina, but again, I don't fully agree, but I don't fully disagree either. So she's fallen in somewhere, a storage bit. She seems to have probably survived, as this bit of wood has broken her fall a little bit. And it's quite amazing she's alive right now, isn't it? Is she okay? Can't tell from this height. All we can do now is pray. She's alive. I sense her presence. Oh. Cut that out. Damn them flapping around. Look at Casca's reaction. He kind of seems a bit worried. Maybe just intrigued. And you can't really tell. The most probable of course would just be intrigued just because of her disposition, but we've seen a couple flashbacks to her past, so maybe that is a kind of a who you are reaction. I mean, again, she lost who she was, but kind of like the essence of her reaction, if you know what I'm saying. Because we know she was a really caring and kind person in her own way. So maybe it's just that, again, maybe people don't actually lose their kind of core. That's always a part of them, no matter if they lose all their memories or not. If only they'd stop moving, just for a second. A really good movie you guys should watch if you like people losing their memory is Memento. I've watched that like 3-4 times now. Really, really good. It's a strange movie because it's in a very strange order, but yeah, really really interesting. Seriously? You can leave that to me. And what are you going to be doing? What does that say? Doru? It doesn't have a sound effect thing for that, so... Oh, it's shock. Is that Doru? Again, I used to be really good at telling what hiragana meant, but I've got worse over time after not revising for like 2 years. I think I was right. That sound? Oh no. See, that's the thing. Little things like this. There's a little squiggly thing under the 3. And there isn't here. I'm sure what that means then. But yeah, I used to be really good at because it's actually quite simple. It's actually really simple. It's just like almost learning vowels, but with slightly different sounds each time, and like there's not actually that much to learn about that in terms of the Japanese language, and hiragana and katakana is slightly harder, but that's quite easy to learn. Again, it's just the kind of the imagery stuff that I suck with, linking an image to a kind of word. Again, I've never been the best. I've said this many a times. Never been the best at kind of visualizing a kind of word, and I think especially with kanji, that was like, yeah, I can't. No, I can't do that. Again, I think maybe if I was younger, I'd be able to a little bit better. But the way I've developed my learning, I'm quite a good learner, honestly. Quite a quick learner, but again, in kind of imagery terms, I'm not all so good. I'm not doing it now. Wait, at this point, I'd even take help from a cat. What a little pug. Again, that looks really creepy, honestly, from Isidro there. Quite like the reaction from, is his name Jerome? I think his name's Jerome. I just call him Knockoff Guts most of the time, but that's quite the hilarious reaction here. This feels a bit embarrassed, little Puck. Alright, so what you got for us, Puck? What you got for us? At this point, I'm sorry. Look, here they come. What are you going to do? Just watch, you little monkey. He really went? I'll show you who the true champion of the sky is. The OG champion of the sky, might I add. Puck. Burn, my Cosmo! Puck Spark! As I said, the only other guys with bloody move names are these idiots. Although it's actually doing something here. These guys would have to be very precise if they were to be able to cut Puck in their little contraption here, wouldn't they? I don't think it's possible, honestly. Yeah, he's kind of blinded them for a little bit. So Isidro can throw some rocks. Yeah, yeah. He really did it. Has he got a double rock? Oh, both hands, eh? That's pretty impressive. Honestly, throwing with my weak hand is I'm pretty bad at throwing. I'm alright at catching, I guess. But yeah, I'm pretty bad at throwing and catching in general. Especially to like the standard Americans are. I think if there was like an average standard in the UK compared to America, America probably would be quite a bit higher. But then again, the feet, the kind of football level would be quite a bit higher in the UK as well. So there's give and take, but yeah, honestly, throwing with my weak hand is yeah, just embarrassing as hell. It looks really weird. I think that goes for quite a few people though. Do you know what was weird? On another tangent here, I was thinking about my toes. I'm not going to get any weird talk here, don't worry. But because I play football quite a bit, and I'm right-footed, but I'm pretty good with my left foot. I've worked a lot on it over the years. I realise I can move pretty much all my toes kind of consciously on my strong foot, but on my weak foot, I tried moving the same way I try my strong foot, and I just can't. I just can't. I really put a lot of thought and effort into trying to move the toes with my mind. Obviously, that's how you control your body, but it was really difficult, and it really like used some muscles I've never used before on my left foot. I managed to finally move the smallest toe on the left on my left foot, my weak foot, and then I was slightly able to move the one next to it, but the other two are just like almost paralyzed. Almost, I just can't actually control them. Anyone else? I can move them all up and down at the same time, but kind of like individually. I can do that pretty much with all my toes on my right foot. Yeah, very much a strange tangent there. Let me know if you guys can move all your toes on both feet. Again, I don't think I've ever tried to do anything like that before, so I mean, imagine learning at the age of 25 is going to be pretty tough. Like I said, it really kind of strained muscles in my leg I've never felt before. Nice shots from Isidro. Yeah, direct hits. Good job, you guys. Good job. What do you do now, though? Oh, damn! It really done that much damage. They smacked into the. Not sure what to call this. Into the bricks, I'll say. Good job, guys. Bloody hell. And Jerome finally doing something. Killing the opponent when they're already down. This guy. If this is all this guy does by the end of this arc, then he is so useless. Don't get me wrong, he's not useless in terms of he's helped people, but in terms of combat, useless. That is one ugly head, isn't it? The bloody wing on top like that. There's the other one. They were too dangerous to be left in one piece. I could say the same for you, kid. I'm even more dangerous than him. They make a good team, don't they, these guys? The twins! What have you done? Do you abominable people not fear God? You mean to oppose my holy duties to the bitter end? That is all of the torture is dead now, isn't it? Unfortunately. If you want to light a fire for God so bad. If you want to light a fire for God so bad, why not use your own head as a tribute? I won't let you touch that woman ever again. Looking even more nasty, these guys. Looks like the fire's going out more and more. And they're moving. Hasta la vista, baby. So what the comments got to say, I'm expecting to get a lot of stuff about Nina here. Perhaps. Yeah, really good chapter there. Really good chapter. Yeah, a lot of action. A lot of action, of course. Again, as much as I really love the action in this and I love the artwork, I think my favourite parts of this manga are the kind of story parts and I think the characters especially. But I do love the art and the action, of course. Not as much. Yeah, a lot of talk about Nina wanting her dead. A lot of people wanting Nina dead. And that's about it. Nothing else interesting in that. So let's get right into the final chapter for today. Those who cling and those who struggle. So, the strugglers. Guts is one of those. Isidro is definitely a struggler in my opinion, as well as Puck. Who comes to mind when I think of cling? I think of Nina. And no one else really fits in either bracket for me. I mean, I guess Luca would fit in a struggler. But the only person I think of those who cling would be Nina, to be honest with you. Those who cling to life. From her actions anyway, from everything we've seen of her trying to survive. As much as her death wishes like the most kind of certain of many in the terms of her kind of disease and the situation she's been through. It's quite amazing, isn't it, really? Maybe she is a struggler, but I feel like she's more clinging to sanity. That's how I describe her. But yeah, she's again, her death wish is like almost the most certain out of all the characters, so it's gonna make sense. Yeah, as the giant mass of souls start moving. How are we gonna defeat these? Now, what do we do against this? Alright, what chapter are we on? 169. What was the I was just thinking about the revelations. I can't remember exactly. I'm trying to imagine that panel, and I actually see it pretty well in my mind. Funny enough, as much as I said I'm pretty bad at that stuff. We definitely saw an earthquake. I don't think no, there wasn't. I was thinking there might have been like a wave. I don't think there was though. I was gonna say this could be like a representation of the wave because it is pretty like liquid like, but I don't actually think we saw that. Still got no idea where that earthquake is, by the way. Still quite a bit from the revelations that we still haven't covered actually. Seen bits here and there of like the Midland getting overtaken, for example, but look at all those people, bloody hell. It started moving again. Why don't you use your fires on this, you idiots, instead of Vakaska? Oh damn, that was a cool shot there. And I'm not even sure what the first word would be to describe these these wing kind of things. Father Mozgus, please hurry. Please save us. Oh Lord. Lord Angel, help us. Damn, that is a cool ass shot. I didn't even see the background. Damn, that is one badass shot. We've got the souls in the background there. What's that, a snake kind of? Again, a bit like a tidal wave approaching these people. Is that the that's the camp, I guess? And then look at all these people. Where are these guys going? It looks like these guys are running into it. Jesus Christ. I think the worst part is as well, the people directly below this is just getting hit by all sorts of debris and bricks that are probably going to kill them as well. Although maybe that's a better way to go than getting consumed by these fucking... But yeah, that's a shot and a half. That's really amazing, isn't it? Almost got like... There's probably a lot of artistry here I don't understand. But it's almost like cut into sections, like thirds, isn't it? Pretty amazing, even though it's just like... You can see it as two, and then you can kind of cut it into three. And I'm not sure if that makes any sense. Like I said, I don't understand every kind of much about artwork. Like I'd go to an art museum. I've never really been to an art museum, but I'd go to an art museum and I just have no idea what's going on, I imagine. This Mozgus takes a bonk to the head. Like it was nothing. God-thousand fist cannon. It's impossible to dodge and slice this guy. My attacks aren't having any effect on him. With him attacking me constantly, there's no chance to load a shot. Where? What's his weak spot? Well, I think we've deduced his eye. A pretty good place to go for, but it's such a small target. What was that bloody game? Is it Resident Evil? I feel like Resident Evil is definitely a what's it called? I was gonna say victim, but it's the opposite. A perpetrator. I feel like Resident Evil is definitely a perpetrator. Maybe Borderlands as well. There's perpetrators of having eyeballs as the main kind of, or as the main enemy of their bosses. Shoot them in the eyeball. It's not very inspired. I think especially in Resident Evil, to be honest with you, especially from like 4 and onwards, it's like just aim for the eye in boss fights, and that's the only place you can shoot to do any damage. And that's the same for like 6 bosses in the same game. Again, not so inspired, but really love those games. Even so, don't get me wrong, they're not all like that, but might have to take a bit of their advice for the boss fight with Mozgus here. Just try and blow his eye, somehow load the cannon and then blow it right in his eye. Other than that, we haven't really seen any weak spot from this guy. Uh-oh, trouble. It's like being beaten with stones. Can you not hear them? The voices of supplication. I know what a supplicant is. I don't know what a supplement. What was it? Supplementation. Supplication. Never heard of that. The action of asking or begging for something earnestly or humbly. Okay. Okay. The voices of supplication. Maybe we can do something when his wing is like open like this. Looks pretty cool like that, doesn't it? Every person congregated in this place now desires, as one heart, salvation. They are eagerly awaiting the time of God's victory. Do you mean you care not that tens of thousands of believers shall lose their lives in exchange for one evil witch? I mean, he almost makes a good point here about him actually being able to save these people if he was to win this. But ultimately, what would happen to these people? Would it be even worse than dying here? Maybe so. Maybe so. Again, you could say that about the torturers as well. Would it be worse? Was their fate of being torturers worse than their lives of seclusion? Probably not, because they actually got to do something, in my opinion. But some, it would. I mean, also on the count of not to some, but to me as well. It also is a point that they also did bring horribleness, to say the least, to many, many other people. So maybe it was worse in a way. But for them, it was slightly better, so yeah, a hard one. But the fact is, she's not an evil witch. Quit sounding so high and mighty. How's burning her going to save these ignorant saps? Got any proof? And yet, another thing is, you could just save these people instead of fighting guts. It ain't like you've never been cruel to people. He might not be completely wrong. Make myself comfy. Yeah, it looks like Puck's having a similar thought to me. There's definitely more malice swirling around this tower than is ever normal, but it's unbelievable for it to be. There's definitely more malice swirling around this tower than is ever normal, but it's unbelievable for it to materialize in such a shape and scale in this world. Which, I guess, must mean what, Puck? Must mean what? So then, killer, hurry, burner! Let's go, Isidro. Did they have this back? I'm not 100% sure where the origin of the finger came from, but I guess they had these back in these days. Again, I have no idea. I actually just looked up quickly. Origin of the middle finger. It's not something you just look up, is it? Maybe some people do. Fuck you. What the hell does that mean? Oh, fuck you. Really? That's what comes up when I search that? I typed in origin of the middle finger and then it automatically put in pluck you, which I guess is a different saying for fuck you. Wow. Amazing. People are that eager to be not crude on a search engine of all things. I find that pretty interesting, actually, don't you? People aren't willing to swear even on Google. Maybe they're scared the government find out or something. The Greeks, bloody hell. Bloody hell, what the hell? 400 years before Christ. Jesus, this is a lot older than I thought. Like I said, I thought this was maybe a kind of modern thing. But guess not. Bloody hell, what's that, like over 2,000 years ago? I'm not really sure. I'm not even sure if that's 2,000 years ago. Again, I don't really fully know about the whole timings of the world and such, about the years before Christ and after Christ and such. And I know it can get quite confused, I'm pretty sure. Like, my logistic mind is telling me that's 2,400 years ago, but I feel like that's probably not the case. But wow, that's a pretty amazing fact I learnt today, actually. Not useful at all, but pretty interesting. Not every day you find out where the middle finger came from. Sorry if I sound weird, guys. I just felt myself sounding really weird then. My nose is completely blocked. I'm pretty used to that, though. I haven't been used to it as of late, but again, this summer season with hay fever and my allergies has been really bad. Real bad. So where were we? Shut up! Why don't you sit on this and spin? Oh, fucking hell. The Isidro, bloody hell, where'd you learn that? Yeah, he looks like he's spitting on them. Where the little Isidro learn manners like this? Bloody hell. Like a little, it almost reminds me of some English kind of young people. I mean, not every English teenager or young people is this bad, but you could have put me in this bracket when I was younger. Little hoodlum. We definitely get some. I feel like you get that everywhere though. Some little rats. No manners at all. Not call that a Isidro a little rat with no manners, but this is pretty unmannerly. If the ones with the brand are gone, those monsters will vanish too. In that, not sure that stands. Is that true? Would that happen? I'm not really sure. I guess it makes sense. It would happen, but it could also just continue on. You killed them right here and now. Hurry up, dear Lord, save us! I love how this bit of kanji right here. I think this is kanji. I love how that looks like a cross as well. It's pretty fitting, isn't it? Burn that witch at the stake quickly. Don't make me laugh. All they do is pray. Every last one of them. I'm not sure why I'm putting on a Batman voice now. Every last one of them. When the fire's under their own arse. All of them do. Any of them do. Bow down. Tens of thousands of people shouldn't cling to just one woman. True. So these are the people that cling, hey? These people literally clinging to life. I guess that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Seeking salvation from the death of one woman. That'll answer their prayers. That will create their dream of surviving. As we've heard, plenty of time for guts. There are no great kind of outcomes. There is no paradise. The paradise they're thinking this woman can bring them in death does not exist. Tens of thousands of people shouldn't cling to just one woman. One very unknowing woman at that. You know, again, I want to do another chapter today, but it just doesn't make sense today. As I say every time, I want to do another chapter every time, but I already kind of ended. I mean, would you guys be mad at that? I'll have a look after this. Prayer is faith in and of itself. Prayer and devotion of all to God. That is the essence of faith. Arrogant man who knoweth not prayer. Repent! What is that? What have I just been exposed to here? Mozgus's fanny. Oh, it's just, it's just below us. Oh, there's the insignia thing. It really looked like a fanny in this shot. Bloody hell. I mean, slightly different. It looks a bit more ripped and torn up. But like this. I mean, it's a bit more veiny as well, of course. Yeah. Looks slightly weird. I guess we have found his weak spot. Oh, so it's just below his chin. How did we not see that before then? Was it like closed up by these scale things, I guess? As we're just taking an absolute beating again. God pressure. Just getting slammed. Look at those bricks. Again, how are they still got footing at this point as well? Like, they've destroyed a lot of this castle, haven't they? Jesus Christ. Love how Casca's is pitch black here. Oh, it's quite. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but it's almost like in order of who's like most connected to like the demons and that kind of other world almost. In my opinion, I think this one especially is interesting. With again, I'm not sure if this is like intentional or what, but Jerome is like almost completely clear. Isidro's got a little bit around him. Interestingly, Sir Pico's got a very bright and there's nothing below, but you start going up and it progresses to more kind of darker, and then finally says it's pretty specky and got quite a lot throughout the kind of white, which makes sense for her, doesn't it? I feel like that seems intentional. Obviously, Casca's pitch black. Feels like that seems pretty intentional, but could be wrong. Search your soul as your body burns in the flame of purification. A miracle shall never visit an unbeliever like you. Instead of waiting on some mighty miracle, you should worry about your own body. It looks like that form of yours couldn't stop every slash. Your faith might be your armor, but on the other hand, it's where you're most vulnerable. True. Oh, looks like we got a few bombs in there. In his man vagina. Wow. These little bombs come in very useful, haven't they? Wow, that looks quite strange. What is it with all these? I'm not sure if this is intentional, but it looks like he's getting him right in the right where his parts would be, and then this almost reminds me of that shot of Hisoka in the first Hunter ending. I think it's the first one. It's like, there's like a giant bright light from that same area. He's going like that. Yeah, it's called weirdly sexual, which is quite common for Berserk, really, isn't it? Ugh. Ah. Nice, we got there. We got in there. It's working. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I'm even getting some scales off. Let's go, Guts. Fuck that shit up. Let's go. They were just going crazy on it. Again, the footing is mental. The footing is mental. We really slashed that up big time. Bloody hell. If you see God, you tell him this. Leave me the hell alone. Oh, damn. Let's fucking go, man. And yeah, I think we will end off there today. Again, as much as I want to do another chapter, logistics-wise, I don't think it makes sense. Because the next two chapters, I think, are part chapters, or it might be, yeah, I think they are. I'll have a look at it again in a second, but let's go, man. Same, looks like the same shot we tried before when we got him in the mouth, but this time we really got him by the neck. It's hard to tell what's neck and what's mouth here, but yeah, really good couple chapters there. Again, a lot of action, of course. So not much kind of in the story department, not too much there. Still some interesting story stuff, of course, and some interesting stuff to think about again, especially with the people kind of clinging to life. And really like that shot with like the three kind of guts with Mozgus, and then with the people. Again, some weird stuff towards the end. It wasn't there with Mozgus's weak spot. But yeah, some interesting stuff to think about here with Puck kind of thinking about giving up Casca and Guts, the people of the brand. If they weren't here, maybe this would end. So if Guts and Casca kind of ran off in the distance, would this kind of being follow them and stay away from the people? Perhaps that would be a pretty good outcome, wouldn't it? But yeah, let's read some comments quickly before we finish off. No Nina, so won't be seeing too many Nina comments. Luckily, again, that's pretty much all it is when Nina's involved. Someone cried apparently during this volume, during these chapters. He cried because of the panel where Guts say people are lazy because they want someone to do the work for them. Yeah, I think that was a really good part as well, wasn't it? Don't get me wrong, maybe someone of faith might get emotional about that, perhaps having like a realization, or someone that kind of maybe puts stuff onto other people like that. But that was really interesting, wasn't it? All these people putting their kind of faith in one thing to kind of bring them salvation, whereas as we've seen plenty of times in this story, there's no kind of great outcome. There's no one person that's going to save you. There's no one person that's going to take you out of this kind of nightmare and bring you into a paradise. You've got to. I think Monogatari does a good job of telling that as well. You've got to save yourself. You've got to work yourself. You've got to build things yourself, and no one's, especially in the real world, no one's here for you. Well, that sounds horrible to say, but sometime in life you will be kind of left all alone and to your own kind of devices, and you will have to sort things out, not relying on other people. As much as it's a good thing to rely on other people, is you do need that kind of, what's it called? Forget what it's called. Need to be kind of self-sufficient as well as realistic. But yeah, I maybe can see how people might get emotional about that actually. There's a lot of discussion about religion in the comment section, which makes sense. Again, it's pretty interesting topic, but also a pretty delicate topic, isn't it? With people who devote their whole lives, like what we're seeing with some of the stuff here, people who devote their whole lives in for this. Not too much insight other than the religion stuff, to be honest with you. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. As I said, I doubt I'll be doing another chapter today, so the video is probably going to end in a minute for you guys. But again, I really want to every time. I've been thinking about maybe up in the time I do a reaction, but I'm going to be changing schedule in the next couple of weeks, so I guess I'll kind of figure out then. It'll be a little bit less packed, my schedule, not too much less packed, and obviously I'll be starting quite a lot of shows for the season, some of which I might drop. I didn't actually drop it. I don't usually drop too many. I didn't drop any this last season because they've all been fantastic in my opinion, but I might end up kind of dropping a series or two perhaps, so might free up some time for again, at the minute it's planned I'll be doing the usual kind of 2 videos a week. I'll be slightly changing how I do it. I usually do these on Thursdays and Fridays, but I'm going to change that so there's a little bit more of a gap, so maybe like Monday and Friday. I will just have a little look again. So yeah, Monday and Friday is when I'm planning to do it for the upcoming season. Again, it might be a case of me maybe doing perhaps more chapters in those videos, or perhaps another additional episode in a week. Again, I'm not sure. For the current time being, it is going to stay the same. So we will see how that goes. Yeah, it really doesn't make sense to do another chapters today. Next episode we'll be doing Tide or Wave of Darkness parts 1 and 2, and then again probably going to do a triple up on some of these final chapters. But yeah, thank you guys for watching / reading. Really again, really awesome couple chapters today, some really nice artwork in there. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Just want to go back to that panel I really liked. This one, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, let me know what you guys thought about some of the art stuff I was talking about as well. Again, I'm not the kind of, I was never great at art. I was never most interested in it, and I've never been able to kind of fully kind of distinguish like cinematography and art direction and stuff like that. But again, I feel like this right here had quite a lot in terms of that. Just for a normal person, I can understand that, I think. And I think this one, the one I kind of brought up with all the characters, I think this has some kind of like meaning, but again, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, Jerome's is like almost completely bright. It could just be a random background, but it just feels like it makes sense. Like Casca is so involved with the dark side. The dark side. I'm talking about bloody Star Wars. But the kind of the demons and the dead souls, and she's kind of intertwined with that other world. Jerome is nowhere near it. He's near it right now, but he's almost like nowhere near it. There's little specks. Isidro's getting more. It's more than Jerome's, but it's less than anyone else other than Jerome. But those specks are kind of coming in there, and for me, it just feels like this is almost like a scale of how involved they are with the darkness, and how involved they will be as well going forward with the darkness as well. Like I said, I think Serpicos is very interesting, kind of going from bright white to kind of pure dark up there. But yeah, it might mean nothing, so let me know what you guys think. Again, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section, and have a good rest of your day, guys.